Hey, church family, Pastor Garin here. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday afternoon. Listen, I got a question for you I've been thinking about. I want to put in front of you today. Do you ever think about what that younger brother was looking for? You know, the one who I'm talking about. Jesus was telling this story, Luke chapter 15, and he's talking to the Pharisees, and it's the story about this father who has these two sons. And the younger son says to the father, I'm going to go out. I want my inheritance now. And he goes out into the world. My question was what is the younger brother? And I guess he was a brother, but more than anything, he was in relation to the father. He was the younger son. What was he looking for when he went out into the world? I think about this book. It's one of my favorite books of all time. I'll show it to you here. It's a book called The Return of the Prodigal Son by a guy named Henry Nouwen. And he answers this question just a little bit. I want to share with you just a couple sentences, a few words about what Henry Nouwen says. He says, as long as I keep running about asking, do you love me? Do you really love me? I give all the power to the voices of the world and put myself in the bondage because the world is filled with ifs. Check this out. The world says, yes, I love you if you were good looking or if you were intelligent or if you were wealthy. I love you if you have a good education, if you have a good job, if you have good connections. I love you if you produce much, sell much, and buy much. There are endless ifs hidden in the world's love. He writes those words in reference to that younger brother about how one of the things that he was looking for is that confirmation of who he is in the world. Well, if you know that story, you know that eventually the younger brother comes home to find that acceptance with the father. This past Sunday, we talked not exactly about that story, but it was kind of about that story, right? About how we are children of God. That is who we are. And it's definitional for us. And what that means in our lives is that we are no longer enslaved to those ifs. We think, I love you if you're good looking. I love you if you're intelligent. I love you if you can produce these things. Well, hold on. When we are children of God, when that is what we are, when we know that at our Father's house that we are loved and we are accepted, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if all of those other things are true or not true. We have been given definition as children of God. We've been thinking about that this entire week from 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. We talked about it this past Sunday. And I just wonder if it continues to resonate in you. Well, it's been something that I've enjoyed reflecting on this week, and I hope that you will too. I hope you'll come back and hear what is, I guess, the next logical step for us to take once we know it is that we are children of God. There's a reason that we are children of God. That is what we are. And we talked about it some this past Sunday. We're going to revisit it again this coming Sunday. I hope that you'll come and be a part. August 22nd, worship with us. Some of you will be in this very space worshiping. Some of you I know will be joining us on Northland Cable Channel 5 or streaming on the internet. It's going to be a special day. We also want you to not only come and hear what it means to be a child of God and what that calls us to do, but we're going to do a blessing of the backpacks. So if you're a student, bring your backpacks. If you're a teacher, you may not have a backpack, but we certainly hope that you'll come. However, you can join us again in person or online and be a part of a special day. We want you to be a part of it as well, teachers and administrators. It's back to school time, and listen, we want to send you off out into the school year in a good way, praying for you and supporting you and encouraging you. So come join us this coming Sunday as we think about what it means to be loved by God, and as we send our kids out into the world that God is still creating, knowing that they are loved by God more than anything else and what that might mean to them out in the world. Listen, we care about you. Let us know how we can pray for you and support you, and we'll see you really soon here at First Baptist. Take care. God bless.